Today is all about the blue sky and the blue bike. We're going to get out on it. First of all, we've got to do just a few little tweaks. Make sure we get that thing jetted right and sounding right. So yeah, bringing it to you. We're going to do a few more of these kind of amateur vlogs. If we just can't come over to here, we just open up this door. But this is where I'm going to have to love you and leave you for a split second. So let me introduce you to my new build, my new bike build. Obviously it's all built at the moment. It wasn't like this when I purchased it. When I purchased the bike off a friend of mine who'd got in contact and said that he was selling his YZ125 2000 model, which is this one. It had a little bit of damage to the cylinder at the time, so I was originally going to try and sell the bike for him, and then after thinking about it, I thought, no, I'd like to actually own it myself and, you know, put it to my collection. Not that the wife knows that, but she will now. So first things first, what I thought I'd do is I thought, you know, on these bike builds we normally just rip them apart and then, you know, and then just start building. But with this one I thought, you know what, I actually want to get it to some kind of working order, and then go and ride the bike. So luckily for me, another friend of mine, he has a 2001 model which he's ripped apart. So so I borrowed the cylinder and head off him, which was the knackered part on this bike while it hadn't been running. And then yeah, here we are, built it, you know, had a little look over it, and I thought, well, let's go and give it a ragging. So it was sounding sweet. Let's hopefully, I hope that it's gonna ride as good as it sounds. But you can normally tell with these bikes, you know, just off the throttle, how good it's going to be. And luckily enough, you know, regarding this bike, luckily enough for me, that, you know, the foot pegs and things like that are all still pretty good, considering it, you know, considering the year. I mean, like you say, it's over 21 years, 21 and a half years old, and it's in pretty good nick, considering all things considering. Don't get me wrong, it's not an absolute minter, but it's been looked after, who's ever the previous owners have been, and real good bass. So yeah, I'm excited. I've got to say, the first impressions of the bike, they're good. Yeah, there was a few little niggling problems, but I'm happy. With these bikes, you always buy something and there's always an element of doubt whether you should or shouldn't have bought it, because you're always, you know, you don't know what you're buying, to be honest. And I bought a good one, so I'm happy. Yeah, nope, she's been perfect working order. Sounds good, smells good. I mean, that's still the fuel of what, well, God knows how long that fuel's been in there. I didn't change the fuel, just run it as it is. There's a few little niggling problems with it, like the front brake fades out, so I think the disc's bent, or something's happening there with the caliper, so I'll have a little look at that. A few other little things regarding on the front end as well. It's just, I don't know, it feels a little bit twitchy. Front suspension doesn't work, you know, that there's no action really, no good action in the front forks whatsoever. Rear feels a little bit dodgy, but I think that's down to the tyre that's on it as well. I think that tyre has seen better days. Obviously there's some bits and pieces that all need doing, but you know, this was bolted together, you know, with a box of bits what I had, and I'm well happy. You know, that, you know, it like I said, it was a bike that's certainly had some TLC over the years and has been looked after. You know, 21 years old, that's pretty good, you know, on these things. So there's a few little pet hates, like, you know, I hate, for example, with a passion, the air valve, you know, the air release on the top of the forks, them little things, you know, I'm not a fan of those, so they've got to go. We've got to get some more genuine parts back on the bike, and some trick parts. We're looking at as I've mentioned already, I've got some pretty cool parts coming, so I've got some Rinaldi parts coming for this year of bike, and yeah, and some interesting information which I'm sure that you'll find interesting if you're building these bikes. But I'm probably going to do that, you know, more professionally over on the Motorhead channel. So, you know, make sure you like and subscribe my channel, and you certainly head over to Motorhead Mag YouTube channel. Get onto that channel. We'll have lots of news and lots of techie stuff. I'm really looking forward to the boy riding this bike now, because, you know, with just a few little more tweaks, yeah, the suspension's not actually ideal, but we'll get over onto a bit more of a motocross track over the weekend, and I'll get these bits tweaked for him, and he can have a bit of 125 life, and I'm sure he's gonna love it.